Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Here is our special guest for today. Anyways, today we are doing BGD doll makeup.
Oh my god, what is that?
We have a special guest sleeping next to me right now. Let's start with some primer. I'm thinking of experimenting by mixing these two. So one of you commented a while ago like a list of makeup looks I could try, and if you're watching this video, thank you for your suggestions. In this question I get asked a lot about my lashes. I use Fairy lashes. You can find those on Nykaa. They are a bit thick, but you can find one on Amazon too. For foundation, I'm using two pumps. I've seen some of you saying this foundation is not my shade, which is not true. It is my shade, but it has a yellowish tone which I really don't like. Or maybe it's because I use that white highlighting powder a lot recently in the inner corners, that's why. If you accidentally buy a shade that is lighter than your skin tone, apply a lot of contour. And for that, I'll take my own advice and try it in the next video. And yes, I wanted to ask, when do you guys watch my video? Like, when would you guys prefer I post at that time? Please let me know in the comments. Even if you never comment, just like the comment that says I should post at certain time so you guys can find my videos while you're scrolling. I'm using two concealers. Don't forget the concealer under the eye for this look. Like, I want you to apply good enough concealer here because there is a lot going on under the eyes in this look. When you are blending the concealer, use a setting spray because concealers are very drying. I go specifically gentle under the eye because if there are any grey areas or eye bags under the eye, it makes the aerosol look bad, so make sure you can blend it well. Let's apply some setting powder. Don't wait, apply the setting powder right after the concealer or it won't last long. I just want you to get this straight. Setting powder is what sets the makeup and setting spray sets the makeup, which means it makes it stay for long and sits well on your face. Next makeup is going to be toasty makeup. In that video, I will tell you everything about the basics on products. It won't be a doe-in makeup style, it's a totally western style makeup. With this kind of brush, let's do the contour. Now, one thing I do know for makeup to look good on you, you need to know the ratio of your face. I'm not gonna brag, but my face is very much in proper proportions, like the right amount of space. I used to watch Dear Peachy, so you can see all the details on her video. It really helps. Through that, I realized why overlining the Cupid's bow suits me, as well as the fox wing liner. Okay, so for this contour, I did a C under the nose bridge and now blend it out. Now connecting the eyebrow, not directly though, leave some space. Through that, take it down. Don't leave a lot of space between the two lines. Take it down and slowly take the contour out. This is how it's supposed to look like. Now I'm using this powder foundation to apply at the corner of the nose. This can make the nose look slimmer and it also makes the contour look clean. After a few seconds, you can brush it off. Here I have this fluffy brush for applying the highlighter powder in the inner corners. Let's start from the space between the eyebrows. Having more space between the eyebrows can make the face look more soft. I used to have a unibrow, but now that I do my brows, I leave some space between. Most important place is the nose area here. As I said in my previous video, apply here in the corners of the nose. The corners of the eyes, we need to keep the highlights soft from the edges of the contour. Don't precisely just make a C. This is how it's supposed to look like. If you're still having a hard time with contour, I gave you a smart option by applying powder in the sides. Now let's do the eye makeup. I'm using a blush palette for the eyeshadow. For the shade, you can use any shade, but make sure it's pigmented. I have all my products links in my description. You can find them there. The blush shade that I'm using has a bit of a shimmer. Now this is where you have to pay attention. First apply here under the eyes like this. I want you to focus on this area of the eye. Next, I'm using these brownish mauve pink shades. After mixing them, I'm going to apply here like this. Make sure you tap off the axis. Now I'm using this dark pink shade. Apply here like this in the outer corners. For aerosol, I'm using this shade first. Now squint your eyes to find that shadow and apply only at the middle. Don't take the aerosol any further. Now without squinting your eyes, I'm doing the aerosol, just like we did for the eyeshadow there. I have crossed where you're not supposed to do the line of the aerosol. Now I'm using this diffuser type brush which helps to blend the aerosol. Use any light pink shade to diffuse the aerosol. Now use a dark pink shade here with some brown shade. This is how it's supposed to look like. Now I'm going to apply a pink highlighter in the inner corners like this. Apply it here on the aerosol too to make it grab some attention on the eye area. For eyebrows, don't do any type of arch. Do it a bit straight so it looks much softer. Now I'm using this glitter on the eyeglass. Apply some on the eyelids too. For blush, apply it at the center of the face and under the eyeglass. Now I'm taking this highlighter and applying here. Apply the highlighter in a Y shape. I have applied the lashes. Let's do the lips. First I'm applying some pink shade like this over the lips. Next I'm applying the shade Lush Berry from Stays. Now apply a brown shade like this to contour the lips. Now the shade Double Espresso from Stays. Last is some lip gloss. The last step in this look is the highlighting powder in the inner corners. Apply under the eyeglass.